showing scenes like this. Law enforcement using force to subdue people with guns, batons, tasers, pepper spray, or their bare hands. But is it just a few bad apples, or is there a systematic problem? Well, it's hard to tell because accurate statistics are hard to come by. Well, the FBI compiles crime information on just about everything in something called the Chief Uniform Crime Report. But what you won't find in that report is the number of police shootings that have happened or really any information on police use of force. We asked the FBI if they had any recent statistics. Their response, quote, justifiable homicide would be the only FBI Uniform Crime Report program data available to determine use of deadly force. Justifiable homicide is not considered a crime, and not all agencies report the data. The spokesman tells RT that the FBI only collects information if the officer is seriously injured or killed. That means we can find out how many cops were killed by citizens, but not how many citizens were killed by cops. When it comes to local police departments, again, the statistics are murky.
I would say on a daily basis, I receive inquiries from around the country, numbering anywhere from 5 to 10 inquiries per day.
Peter Grenier is a DC-based attorney that says he hears about police brutality cases all the time. He shows us this video of one of his clients on the phone when an officer confronts him and punches him in the face.
He missed the first time, and the second time he hit him in the jaw, and then they placed him in a cell for at least 3 to 4 hours without providing him any medical care while he sat there with his jaw shattered.
But instances like this may not be rare.
I think that there are many communities where the people were being brutalized or fearful of the police. They're fearful of making the reports. Oftentimes they are brutalized by members of the department to whom they will be making the report.
Scott Lucas represents a mother that says DC police officer Mark Washington violated her daughter after an investigation into her runaway.
He came back anyway, and he came back under the guise of, as we understand it, needing to conclude his investigation and document injuries photographically, and ultimately had the child disrobed and took some inappropriate pictures.
Prosecutors say there were other nude photos of minors on Washington's camera. He was arrested in December, and after being released on bail, his body was found in the Potomac River. As DC police continue the investigation into the case, the police chief says they have put stricter recruiting rules in place since. But without reliable statistics that document just how common police misconduct is, concerned citizens and organizations are taking it upon themselves to find out.
When they see a police stop, that they stop and watch and record that activity, and then after they do so, that they publish those videos on social media networks, and those often spread rather virally.
Looking at these videos shot by citizens and compiling media reports, Ben Mercado puts the pieces together and found police brutality cases are highly underreported.
In some of these, the larger studies that have surveyed civilian experiences with police, about 14% of them have indicated that they've had an interaction with police that was either violent or in which they felt threatened or that there was some kind of misconduct. But among those who experienced that, only 30% of them filed complaints with departments.
The hope is that more people will come forward, so policing will be more transparent, and those that enforce the law will never be above it. In Washington, Liz Wall, RT.